If you're on YouTube right now trying to learn a new tip on reselling, perhaps you're wanting to figure out a faster way of doing things, perhaps you're after that the next treasure you should hunt. You're looking for knowledge. May I suggest that knowledge isn't what you need, but action. And by that I mean, fundamentally speaking, if you're selling on eBay and you've sold for a reasonably long, reasonable amount of time, let's say a few months, right? You already know how to list, you already know how to source, you already know how to price, you know how to use most of the tools at your disposal. You probably don't need any more knowledge. You just need practice. Because all the knowledge that you can get from anyone else other than you will just be a starting point. And it's a starting point because knowledge that is deeper comes through applying what you learn in theory and implementing it to your personal circumstances. Then it's special to you, it's tailored to you, and from that point on, you reap the rewards that are for you. Can I suggest that we seek knowledge first rather than opportunities to take action, is because taking action is hard. But John, I like listing. But John, I like photographs. But John, I like sourcing. Yeah, but do you like packing? Do you like tidying up your space? Do you like going out and networking to find potential new sources of supply? When we think about taking action, we face this pushback that comes from the backlog of actions that we don't want to do because we just don't enjoy it. And we need to get better at doing those actions. Because the quicker we get at doing the things that we don't like doing, the quicker we realize that we already know enough. Here's what I found. When I had a helper, I didn't do any packing at all for the most part. I took photos, I listed, I enjoyed myself. The moment I had to pack again, there was this pushback. I didn't want to do it, but I did it anyways. And I'd find myself watching, bolo videos, and my head would be like, cool. Not cool in a so what, or a, not trying to downplay the bolo. Sometimes the item would be a really valuable item, but my brain didn't want to deal with it because it's like, you already have enough to do. You have enough knowledge and deeper knowledge of your category that you can apply action energy to, that this thing that you're now learning, you're not even going to use this piece of knowledge. Why are you bothering with it? Similar to if you watch a video of someone speaking in a different language and you think, oh, that's really cool. For me, it's Russian. I find Russian really cool. But it's like, yeah, but you're not gonna ever learn it. Funny lah. There is a Russian in our community, and I was like, oh, could learn for him. But it's like, it's like learning a different language. You go, it's so cool, I want to do it. Or people who like, but if you're never gonna ever use it, your brain goes, yeah, so what? And that's the same with reselling. There's so many things that we can sell. There are so many ways that we can do the same thing that more knowledge isn't it. If you have a method of sourcing, a method of processing, a method of listing, a method of, researching, and then a method of fulfilling the order, and a method for, after sales service, if there's any returns or items are late or whatever. Like, if you have a method for the various steps and it works for you already, the knowledge aspect is done. The next step is becoming more efficient and becoming more effective in how you do those things. So unless something new comes up that allows you to do it better, for the most part, if you're researching for research's sake, and the unspoken thing is, I just don't want to work, so therefore I'm just going to learn instead, you're not going to see the improvements in your business anyway. And then convincing yourself that more knowledge is what you need because you haven't seen an improvement, the fact is you just haven't done enough reps. You haven't pushed your business to the point where it needs to produce, otherwise it falls apart. Like literally stress testing it. Like if you take as many photos as you can and your business only caps out at 100K a year, right, now I need more knowledge to do new actions to make that 100, 150, 200. How do I get to 10x? At that point, it's like, all right, let's do 100 to 200, 300, 400 on our way to a meal, right? It's knowledge with more action. It's the action gap. Address the action gap, not the knowledge gap, because for the most part, you don't have a knowledge gap. That's it. I've noticed that in our Discord community as well, where I don't get many people coming to Discord to hear my thoughts on things anymore, because when we all get there, the vibe is work. Let's all just work. And that's what I love. I love the fact that there's a recognition that we just need to work and see results, because we already have the knowledge. And occasionally when something doesn't fit, there'll be a question popped out here and there. Nothing wrong with questions. I think you get what I'm trying to say. Nothing wrong with questions. Be curious, by all means question and ask. But if the posture is, I need to learn before I do, flip it. Do, maximize, learn, re-maximize, learn, re-maximize. So yeah, focus on the action gap, not the knowledge gap, and you'll be all right. Because that's what we want. We want to see results. We want to see results. That uncomfortable feeling of not growing, that uncomfortable feeling of not being able to pay the bills, that uncomfortable feeling of growing slower than you projected to yourself, that even more uncomfortable feeling of growing slower than you projected to your spouse, who gave you space and time to give this thing a go. Action gap gets you there closer, gets you closer to that desired state so that the uncomfortable feeling goes away. Then the knowledge gap. There comes a point, and you see it in conversation, right? There comes a point where they don't want to, your significant other doesn't want to hear about your knowledge anymore. They're like, show me the money. And essentially they're saying out loud the thing that your head's been telling you the whole time. Like, just do. Come on, dude, just do. Dude, and do that. Not restricted to guys, do that. Just do. Action gap. In the next video, happy reselling. Do. Bye.